I always thought Las Vegas was the buffet capital of America, but it turns out I was wrong. There's a place where you could die from overeating before trying the same thing twice. And the best part, it's driving distance from my house.
So I packed my things and we picked up my co-host Action Kid.
Buffets are a huge deal in the US because, well, we like to eat a lot, but they also have bad reputation, usually having no food and bad options. So today we're eating at the largest buffet in America, in Amish country of all places.
Since I was a little concerned about overeating my way into an early grave, I decided we're gonna warm up our stomachs at the smallest buffet and work our way up to the largest in America, starting at Yoder's, which seats only 150 people. I couldn't believe it, but this horse and buggy just pulled into a parking space, which made me think, would this be the bumpiest Uber ride ever?
This a 3 for the buffet?
We arrived just in time for breakfast, and even though it's 20 times smaller than the largest buffet later in the video, it actually had plenty of space.
We're sitting right next to the buffet.
If I didn't say it already, this is not your standard buffet like a Golden Corral. These are called Amish buffets not just for the horse parking, but because their meals are so filling. It's impossible to leave these specific buffets hungry.
The breakfast buffet is $12.49. So let's go investigate this buffet. It's not huge, but I think it's gonna be really good.
To judge all 3 buffets fairly, here are the rules. There are 3 rounds. Round 1, we each get a plate of regular foods you'd expect at any buffet. Round 2, we look for food we haven't seen before, something that can only be found at Amish buffets, and our favorite thing of this round will be crowned the champ of Pennsylvania Dutch food. Round 3 is all about the dessert, because who skips dessert at a buffet? Seriously, if that's you, we can't be friends.
Nothing says I love you like a Valentine's Day dinner buffet here. $31.99.
For the smallest buffet, there were actually a lot of breakfast choices.
Western eggs, ham, tater tots, sausage links. This is like the standard breakfast fare.
Let me try this quiche. Looks like it's some corn in here. I'll get some sausage links.
Uh-oh. Maybe I should have told Action Kid that we have 2 even bigger buffets than this coming up. I'm sure he knows what he's doing.
Not a huge buffet. We have a lot more coming up. This is just the appetizer. Action Kid, my first thought is $12.49. Like, how?
I'm sorry to interrupt y'all's meal.
Oh no, this is bad. If we get shut down now, I'm pretty sure the video is cooked.
But are y'all gonna want anything from me? Because I'm done in 5 minutes.
Okay. He just wanted to tell us the grill was closing soon. Nice guy. False alarm.
What customer service is that? I thought he was gonna tell us that we can't film. So my question for you is $12.49. Like, what kind of quality are we gonna get for this? Because that price scares me. That is like one of those like cheap Vegas buffet prices where you're wondering like, what is in this food?
Because you mentioned that, I'm thinking of like $1 New York pizza, and those slices suck. For $12.49 from what I saw, looks pretty decent.
It looks good. It's passing the eye test. Let's see how it tastes. So we got just the basics here. I got a pancake, French toast, bacon, Western eggs, tater tots. You do realize we're going to 3 buffets today, right?
I don't know how I'm gonna manage, man.
Let's dig in. Tater tots are crunchy. Western egg has some pretty nice flavor too. And it's not like super runny or dry or anything weird that you would expect from some mass-produced eggs.
I just had the regular eggs. I can feel they're really from the country.
I mean, we passed dozens of farms driving here. I think farm to table is a bit of an understatement in this part of Pennsylvania. I'm not surprised at all how much I like these eggs. Pancake's not bad either. Not amazing. What'd you just get?
The bacon.
That is really good bacon. I'm not someone that's normally a bacon fan at all. I even noticed the difference here. It's just impressing me a lot.
I got 2 other pork products here. We got ham and sausage link too.
You went through the whole farm here. You left no pig untouched.
I feel bad for the pigs now, but even the ham is good.
And now the sausage. And you gotta tell me of the 3, which do you like better, bacon, the ham, or the sausage?
Sausage.
I wasn't expecting to want to finish plate 1 here, so we have a lot of plates to go, but I might just do it, which is scary considering how much food we're attempting to eat today.
I think you can do it, John.
This could be the best breakfast buffet I've ever had. Fresh, good food. I'm impressed. And we haven't even gotten to plate 2, which is going to be a little bit different.
Now we need to find some local food we'd never heard of. Scrapple, corn mush.
We almost forgot the stewed crackers. It looks like drool from Oliver Twist. Chocolate chip baked oatmeal.
I never heard of baked oatmeal in my life.
Oatmeal just got very sexy. Part of traveling is discovering new foods. This is the local food. Plate 2, all food we've never heard of before, Pennsylvania Dutch food. We're gonna start with Scrapple, and we're gonna play a little game here. So we're gonna take a bite, and we're gonna try to guess some of the ingredients, and then we're gonna look it up.
Is Scrapple the dog from Scooby-Doo?
Where did you come up with that? This is clearly some kind of meat. It smells a little bit like sausage, actually.
I don't know, it smells grainy.
Okay, let's take a bite. Wow, it's salty, savory, like a sausage link, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. I don't know what this is, but I want more of it. Meat pudding made from pork scraps, cornmeal, and spices. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed Scrapple didn't make it to New York City much, because I would order it. All right, on to the second one, corn mush, which does not look like it has any meat in it.
Kind of reminds me of cornbread.
And like a hash brown, if they had a baby. I'm definitely getting the cornbread vibes. It doesn't have the spices though, or like the flavor of the Scrapple. It's a little bit more boring for me. All right, now stewed crackers.
It is just warm milk, saltine crackers, and brown butter.
New food for us. I'll take a big bite of this. Super mushy. I read somewhere that Pennsylvania Dutch cooking is like your grandma just made everything for you. Very hearty, very filling. Not the healthiest, obviously. I think the stewed crackers, like the personification, that flavor, that homemade, that warmth that I got from taking a bite.
Kind of reminds me of a pastry more than a meal.
Lastly, the baked oatmeal with chocolate chip, towing the line between dessert and breakfast.
Whoa.
Ooh, what was that?
What is this?
This would get my picky toddler to eat oatmeal.
I didn't know oatmeal could taste this good. It tastes like a brownie.
So we have a very difficult decision, and I'm gonna let you go first as the guest. Of the 4 we had that were Pennsylvania Dutch specialties, which one was your favorite?
Baked oatmeal. It just has so much punch to it and sweetness.
I was this close to saying Scrapple. I'm gonna agree the baked oatmeal with chocolate chip just stole my heart. Like, it just put a smile on my face. I really tried something new, and I'm just like, wow, like, this is putting me in a good mood to start the day.
Round 3 with dessert was easy since there were only 2 choices.
You got jelly, I got powdered sugar, and I don't know what's inside. Probably some cream. Let's go for it. Look at that little cream.
There's jelly in here.
I really had no doubt that the dessert wouldn't be good because of the high quality of the other foods here. This just seems like the kind of spot that would do dessert really on point.
The donut that I just had was actually really good. It's just as hearty as the breakfast we had. You know what, let me take another bite. I think this jelly's pretty good too.
I'm shocked you have enough room for that after all the rounds you just had.
I might finish this donut.
I really did not expect to finish my dessert here. Thought it would be 2 bites max. This being finished.
I'm just gonna lick the jelly and that'll be it. I'm not finishing the donut.
That's illegal in some states, you know.
I don't know if that's Amish or not.
That's definitely not Amish what you just did.
On the way out, I noticed something. This buffet has a store attached to it, so we had to go check it out.
Look at this. This will fit well on a nice doll. Dress her up.
So that's your pick for most unique item. I don't even have a pug, and I want a pug now. This is my winner. All right, Action Kid, Yoder's, $12.49. If you are not someone that likes buffets, would you recommend this spot? Worth it or not?
Heck yes, you gotta come here.
$12.49. I don't know how they make this economically viable unless the local farmers just give them an amazing price. This is a no-brainer, 100% worth it. And now we're going to an even bigger buffet in Amish country. This was $150. Can you guess what the capacity of the next spot is?
200?
On the way to the next largest Amish buffet, we passed what felt like more horse-drawn buggies than people. I'd love to ride in one of those. This is Miller's Smorgasbord, the oldest buffet in Amish country, Pennsylvania. It holds 400 people and has a really old car and gas pump in the entrance.
It was originally a gas station restaurant. This is criminal. They have the dessert as the first thing you see.
We were ready to start our first plate when something happened that shocked me. A local woman, noticing we were out-of-towners, what gave that away, wanted to welcome us and handed me a coupon for 50% off the entire bill. Maybe I'd spent too much time in New York and just forgot about random acts of kindness.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life.
Apparently, they've been selling chicken and waffles since the 1920s when this place was just a gas station.
This chicken and waffles is a little different because it's chopped up already into the sauce. It's like more of a pot pie. This is a different style than I'm used to. And I still want to get some fried chicken anyway on the side. I think that's the first super healthy thing I've gotten all day. Some Chef's Blend veggies.
You must not be from Pennsylvania Dutch country.
Well, we're not.
The more you can get fat in you, the better you are.
We need to catch up. We need to eat.
John, you gotta get some gravy, man.
Well, if you insist, I will do some turkey gravy. Impressive salad bar, actually. Look at that. We're probably staying far away from here, but you have lots of healthy options.
The buffet made the last one feel like it was made for ants. It felt like a fancy wedding, a meat slicing station. I'm in. If they have all of this here, imagine what the buffet that's 5 times larger than this will have.
This first plate's getting pretty heavy already. We need some sauce for this, though. Like, what sauce would you put on this?
I decided to get this thing called Soudersburg. sauce. I don't think this will disappoint. And Action Kid decided to try something that neither of us could pronounce.
Juice, maybe?
Juice.
I think it's French.
It sounds French.
Probably French. You have to be very strategic at these buffets, especially when you're going to 3 in one day. I may have met my match though here. At Miller's Farm to Table could be a literal thing because across the street, I see a huge farm. The backyard is the farm. They realize that most people will do more than 1 round, so you have 2 sets of forks. Smart. All right, round 1. I would like to start with chicken and waffles.
I think that's what they're known for, right?
The perfect brunch food. All right, look at that. Can we have some of the chicken, gravy?
Whoa.
I told you when I saw it that it strikes me as like more of a pot pie style, the way they have the chicken and the gravy on top, but a little different than what I'm used to like in like Harlem. Getting chicken and waffles to not look like this. But it's cool seeing different styles of the same dish just a few hours away.
It kind of tastes a little bit like a Italian pastry.
It's their go-to. I got the fried chicken, which isn't probably the first thing I would gravitate towards at a buffet typically. Crispy, not as like overly seasoned as some of the fried chicken I've gotten recently in the city. It has more of like Caribbean flair to it. Something good.
And I got the chicken pot pie. Kind of looks like a ravioli, to be honest. I think you should have ordered the chicken pot pie.
You think that would have been a better
Yeah.
play? I would have liked it more too. I got the roast beef with the cider gravy, I think, which I've never had before.
And I got the ham with the au juice sauce.
Oh, we're from New York.
New York City.
This lady that gave us the coupon. I feel like we're part of the community already.
I know.
Let's try our carvings. I normally wouldn't say this, but the cider gravy was the first thing I noticed. It feels like a Christmas dinner, but you know, Pennsylvania Dutch style. Giving me good vibes.
I can say the same thing about mine. Very hearty. There's kind of like an earthy flavor to it. Like kind of more like a smoked flavor.
I think we're just noticing the meat quality in general. We noticed it at breakfast with the bacon. You had the ham. You had the sausage links as well. Both had the scrapple. Meat quality is impressive out in these parts. No shock, of course. Surrounded by farms. I'm impressed at the food quality in general. Like I could have ordered a lot of these as separate plates and I wouldn't have complained. The fact that they're sitting at a buffet table, I don't know if I'm just an average American, but I hear buffet, I think low quality.
No low quality here, John. Now the dish I'm least excited about, the chef's veggies. How good can you make veggies?
How good can you make veggies?
They're really good.
I actually took a few bites of the grilled veggies and these really, really caught my attention.
Really?
Just the flavors. It's hard to cook this well for so many people. Funny enough, I'm trying to compare these to like Vegas buffets. The value proposition here is just like off the charts. You're just getting robbed because you're eating at expensive casinos. I'm gonna hold my judgments till we go to all 3 spots, but this is off to an incredible start. All right, plate 2, Pennsylvania Dutch, Amish food only.
So I saw this right away. Brown butter noodles.
Our waiter said that this is like super Amish.
Stewed tomatoes.
I'm guessing it's a tomato in some kind of a stew. Oh, the smell of the stewed tomatoes. The second he opened up the tray, and I can see the smoke escaping, the aroma. It's like an Italian restaurant. Oh.
I found something I've never seen before, these scary red eggs. Just when we thought we had it all, a local lady clued us in on something we'd never heard of.
They call that Amish caviar.
Cream cheese and pepper jam?
Yeah.
Amish caviar?
It is definitely a good thing.
She also encouraged us to try these peppers, which she said weren't too hot. It was only later that we figured out she was, well, never mind, I won't spoil it.
We're gonna try all the foods that we didn't recognize, starting with what smelled the best, stewed tomatoes. Let's rock. The tomato is so rich in flavor. That was unexpected.
It is so sweet. It just hits you in a way that's like...
This would be interesting as a pizza sauce. Think about it. You're having a moment there. I like
Whoa.
it. You found a new religion. We're just so accustomed to our fruits and vegetables not tasting like this that this is a huge deal for us. And maybe not a big deal for people that actually live out here. We have the red beet eggs. They're hard boiled. It's got a pickled taste to it.
Very fresh egg yolk too.
Where has this Pennsylvania Dutch food been my entire life?
You know what this reminds me of too? In China, they have something called tea eggs where they soak the egg in tea and it absorbs all the tea flavor. This is similar to this.
I want to try this Amish caviar. I didn't know cream cheese was supposed to taste like that. So good.
Well, that jam adds
A little something to it. We walked by this and we thought this was super spicy and hot, and the lady told us no. It's actually sweet. It's called pepperoncini. It was a little hot, a little mild, but
It's hot. Oh,
I think you took a way bigger
I
bite
did.
than me. She tricked us.
oh, it's pickled.
Well, I know which one is not winning his vote to cool this guy off.
I know.
Brown butter noodles. Our waitress said as Amish as it gets.
Brown butter noodle.
It's okay. I think you could use some sauce.
Kind of feels on the plain side to me, but I think this will be good as like a topping to something else.
Yeah. The stewed tomatoes, I'm just putting it
Yeah.
there. Compared to everything else we've had, it's actually plain. All right, so what was your favorite Pennsylvania Dutch item here?
The stewed tomatoes for sure.
I'm gonna actually disagree. I'm gonna go with the Amish caviar. That was
Really?
the best cream cheese I've ever had in my entire life, combined with a pepper jam. I've just had really good tomatoes before. Maybe I'm biased, but I've never had cream cheese that tasted like that. That's my pick here.
The desserts here were insane, but I was on a mission. I needed to find something to revive Action Kid from his spicy coma. Thankfully, this employee had some great info on the desserts here for our round 3.
Can I get a shoe fly?
Oh wow,
Oh, that looks good.
Bring out a brand new pie.
I've never had this before. What's in it?
You'll like it. Molasses and brown sugar.
Molasses, brown sugar. Okay.
It's a Lancaster County Amish Mennonite recipe.
Is this also from Lancaster, the chocolate pecan?
Oh yes, we make them next door at our bakery.
This is a really, really impressive dessert spread. Shoe fly pie and chocolate pecan pie. I got my scoop of ice cream next to the chocolate pecan pie. You got yours next to the shoe fly.
What the heck is shoe fly? It sounds like a bug.
Well, I heard that his pie is so good that you gotta shoo the flies away after you take a bite. I did a little tiny bit of homework here. Let's dig in.
Shoe fly. Oh.
This will pair perfectly with a coffee. A little bit of molasses, you see?
It is a little bit dry, so that's why that ice cream is a good fit.
Ice cream is local as well. I don't know anything that isn't locally sourced here. The ice cream, like all the dairy products we've had. Oh. I'm a chocoholic. I've been eyeballing this chocolate pecan pie. Got my ice cream ready.
Oh,
The chocolate flavor combined with the pecans is fantastic. Oh, it's way sweeter than the shoe fly.
this is so sweet.
And I love it. I'm 100% finishing this, and then we got the ice cream on the side, which is amazing. This would be a guilty pleasure dessert for me. It's like the Amish grandma you didn't know, baked this for you, tastes homemade, can't go wrong. If I had to pick like a pure winner, my favorite thing of this whole smorgasbord, smorgasbord,
Smorgasbord, yeah.
honestly, the dessert has impressed me as much, if not more, than any of the food we've had so far today here. But we just got the check because that lady gave us a 50% off coupon. Didn't even know us. It comes out to approximately $20 a person for all that food. That lady saved us about $45.
Wait, another store? How could we resist?
I love Intercourse, Pennsylvania, that is. Because that's the next town over. $29, worth it or not?
Definitely worth it. I mean, the amount of variety you have in there, the desserts are alone worth the price of that.
Yeah, if you're not someone that does buffets very often, I think this is the most expensive one in the area. 100% worth it, as you said, for the dessert alone. And everything else was fantastic too. We're on cloud 9 right now with one more spot to go.
I've got a sugar high. It's gonna last me until the next place.
Kind of want to sleep, to be honest with you.
I knew we were about to be at our last stop, but I still couldn't find a way to get a buggy ride. At this point, I needed to ride one of these, and I thought I'd never get the chance until I noticed this sign just off the road. This had to be destiny. Dream come true. I threw my money at the man. Okay, I didn't actually throw it, that's rude, but I did pay and now fulfilled my today's dream of riding on a horse-drawn buggy. I felt weird sitting here when less than 8 hours ago I was in the busiest city in America. Just me, Action Kid, my camera guy, and this Amish man who had never heard of a YouTube, and if I told him, he probably would think I'm crazy.
All Amish men have to grow beards.
You see, obviously without a beard, he's not married.
Oh, when you're married, you grow the beard.
Yeah.
So the longer the beard, the longer you're married.
In some cases, yeah.
My favorite part of the ride was passing a one-room school, and I saw a little Amish boy outside sweeping and realized how far apart our worlds really were. I would never be able to sweep outside in NYC. The garbage would pile up too fast.
That was unique. That was so fun.
We accomplished so many things on our journey here, but we finally made it to the largest buffet in America, Shady Maple Smorgasbord. There was no way I was going to conquer the largest buffet in America with heartburn. So we took a quick detour to the attached supermarket in the parking lot. This place was so much bigger than I realized.
If Texas was a grocery store, this would be Texas.
This place reminded me of a Walmart, but not run by billionaires. Unlike this one.
Grandma's Jam House. I'm guessing these are Amish brands.
Made by Grandma's Jam House, Accident, Maryland. Looks like a good accident to me.
Action Kid and I took our magic pills, antacids, and we were ready to face the king of all American buffets, Shady Maple.
This feels like a Vegas buffet with the way they have all the ropes and the lines ready. This is intense. I think we're about to do some battle here. About $25 each. Came out to 88 total.
Have you been here before?
First time. There's so many tables here that we have to remember our number when we leave, because I think I would actually get lost here. 23. This is fascinating. No tipping. They just have a 12% service charge when you pay. In the day and age where everyone's always asking for a tip and encouraging you to tip, I kind of like this.
This place is 100,000 square feet and seats 2,000. An entire town could fit into here, or the field at Yankee Stadium.
What have we just gotten ourselves into? This is how America does it. I'm proud to be American right now.
Did I forget to mention something? It was prime rib night. Definitely getting some of that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look at that. Probably the last thing you would want maybe would be pizza here, but this is the first thing I've seen that I'm actually not interested in. Nah, I didn't come in for pizza. New York strip steak, smoked beef brisket, steak burgers, hot dogs. I feel like we missed all the good stuff. I'm committed to my prime rib right now. Barbecue beans with bacon, mac and cheese, baked yams with cinnamon. I'm talking my language.
I got some beans, peas, and stewed tomatoes.
Hi, can I get half a strip steak? Oh, that's good. Thank you. Let's find drinks now.
Oh my f***ing God, an entire section dedicated to Slurpees. I don't think I want to go home anymore. I may move here.
Ooh, sweet apple cider. I think I'm gonna go with that actually.
And they call 7-Eleven the Big Gulp.
Not sure we're gonna make it through plate one, but here goes.
This would be like $100 easily in a New York City restaurant.
Tonight's prime rib night, so let's try some prime rib. That's been the theme of this video, is exceeding expectations. And that prime rib exceeded my expectation for a buffet prime rib. It was really soft, juicy.
I agree with you, John. This prime rib blows it out of the park, really.
I want to try the New York strip now. That's a little tougher. Can you get a decent steak at a buffet? My prediction is no. That's not bad.
Top quality, man. They must get this meat fresh off the farm.
I'm not as impressed with the steak as I was with the prime rib. It's just a little dry for me. We have the baked beans with bacon. Oh. Whoa, oof. That barbecue flavor and the little bacon bits in there, that's a hit. The Pennsylvania Dutch cuisine, they hit it out of the park with the hearty Thanksgiving, Christmas-style foods.
They live simply, but they cook amazingly.
I know you didn't get the mac and cheese, but oh, this is hitting.
Oh, the peas are fabulous.
Quality's held up between Yoder's to Miller's to here. I thought we got some kind of a drop-off, but these candied yams, try this one for me. Take it off my plate, go ahead.
I mean, judging by the way it slid off my fork, I know it's
This
good.
is Thanksgiving in one bite.
Oh,
Just because you're the largest in the country, I think they could really slack on the quality, but they're not.
No.
So far, the prime rib has been the best protein I've had of the day.
Stewed tomatoes are excellent too, but Miller's did a better job with it.
Oh.
You're gonna go up for another prime rib, John?
No,
It's the only thing he's eating right now.
I'm addicted to this. If you're impressed how much I ate today and you want to help support the channel, our goal this year is for 1 million subscribers. I know many of you watching have not yet hit the subscribe button. Please do so right now if you want us to get our message out and entertain to 1 million subscribers. Thank you so much.
How do they make money off this place?
I really want to know. I'm actually enjoying this very much. Back to my rib. I don't have time to talk right now.
Cut to the next plate.
We looked around forever, but decided there wasn't anything we hadn't already tried at the other buffets, so we skipped round 2 and went straight for dessert.
Pumpkin whoopie pies. I can't even look at food anymore. I'm ready to tap out. The prime rib took everything out of me.
I couldn't believe Action Kid could still stand. Now he's getting even more food. Does he have 3 stomachs? I mean, surely he knows what he's doing, right? I guess not, because it didn't end well for him the next day.
It's the 12th round. I barely have any legs left. I barely have any room in my stomach left. But the whoopie pumpkin pie, this is actually something that is known in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania Dutch Amish dessert. Satisfying.
Surprisingly good.
The pumpkin flavor isn't overpowering, which I'm fine with, and the little cream, excellent.
It all combines to make a very satisfying dessert.
That's the key word for every meal has been satisfying. You just enjoy the bite, like you savor it. Oof, homemade taste. Even though it's not homemade, it's made for you and 1,197 of your friends. Now, if you're a bit of a masochist, you're willing to go a little further for dessert.
Apple pie
With ice cream on top.
with ice cream.
Oh.
Oh man, this apple pie just crumbles in your mouth, man. It's so fresh, you don't need the ice cream.
Well, I'm surprised I'm actually gonna finish this. I thought I was done. I thought I was tapped out on the whoopie pumpkin pie.
That's it.
Amish country knows how to do dessert. That is a given. This place is probably worth its own video. The fact that we did 3 in one day could be a YouTube record, because we started at about 9:30 and it's what, 5:45 now? We went to 3 different buffets. I don't recommend doing that. Pick just one.
And finally, there was one lingering question. Which buffet was the best?
All right, worth it or not? And then, what was your favorite buffet of the day?
Completely worth it. For 25 bucks, man, 1 or 2 pieces of steak, prime rib, totally worth it. Miller's was was my favorite actually. I felt that it was like the most homey, and it wasn't really so much like a touristy vibe. People were so nice there.
I agree, worth it for obvious reasons, and Miller's just felt a little bit more local to me. Here you get the tourist vibe. There the staff are super friendly. Also because it's smaller, 400 feels manageable. This is just insanity. I would come like once in my life, but I think if I was a local, I'd go to Miller's, and if I returned, I would just go to Miller's. I'm stuffed, but I know you can handle exactly what YouTube recommends on the screen right now. See you there.